Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm getting my screen up as I was getting started there. I apologize. Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 23. We are heading into Thanksgiving. Today is a very, very, very traditionally very low volume day, very, very slow day. And having printed 4,000 and closed 4,000 for the first time since September the 2nd, 12th, I think we blew our load for now. I think we blew our load. I'm looking here at the futures. We've got sell divergences on the 60-minute time frames coming in right there. Uh, Again, the weakness continues to be the NASDAQ. I'm going to display that and show you this. Try not to spend too much time. Get this off the screen. And quickly, what I'm going to bring you to here is just another one of the windows that I have. This is the SPX 60 minute. We finished overbought. This is the NDX 60 minute. We nearly came to over. These are the 15 minutes down here on the lower levels. And again, 15-minute time frame, not a 60 minute. Easy to get that. Too much to be concerned with. But again, where we're at is the problem. I'll bring you over another screen really quick. NASDAQ right to that 286. It is stalled. Russell, I'm going to show you in a little bit, but here you are. You've just had this algorithm continue to troll upwards, dipless, right up there to 401.09 so far on SPY overnight. Again, I'm going to reiterate, I believe that we blew our load for now, and I'm going to show you a couple of things about. Our range has really dropped because we have really slowed down. So today, when I'm posting the uppers and lowers, it's only a 40-point upside, 40-point downside. And again, it's not one of the greatest situations to be looking at. What I'm looking at right now, first thing I have on my screen, a safe trade, buy the 4070 calls, sell the 4065. That's what I'm looking at. I'm expecting to get up there into the highs of the month where we were at, like at 4028, maybe even push on into that 4064, but I have serious doubts about that. So on my screen, I have risk. Even risk didn't work out yesterday. Like I put in the emails, 90% of the time it does work out. I've got the 4035s and the 4030s that as of right now, 5:50 in the morning, they are priced at $1.25. Again, I would really like to see that pressure head up to the upside, but I have serious doubts that it's able to do that. So I have another trade that I'm going to keep in my back pocket just in case I get an opportunity at the end of the day, because today at 2 o'clock we get the FOMC minutes. I have the 39.45 puts and the 39.50 puts. As of right now, trading around 30 cents. I'm not interested in taking this trade right at the start of the day, but I will keep it in mind. And again, just to go back over last year, remember we were bullish, 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 bullish. Last year, the Monday of this week, November 22nd, which was actually the day that the NASDAQ peaked. The NASDAQ's all-time high came in 1 year ago yesterday. We topped out at 47.43.83 on the SPX. Not too bad of a dip on the Wednesday. Dip down, a little bit of a dip, gap down, closed green. That was on the Tuesday. On the Wednesday, again, still fighting for it. Went back up there to that 47.02. Closed green again, nothing great. And then on the Friday, on Black Friday, a half trading session, we closed down 106 points. So there's nothing out of the question, but again, that's where we were back then. I remember counting the waves because here in this November, we had just had a massive rally coming off of that October low, that 43.29. So, again, we were right down here at that 42.78 back in October. 42.78, 47.43. Do your math. Almost 500 points to that run. Same thing like what we're on right. I apologize for scrolling through here, but that's what I got to do, and I'm going into 2019. 2019, the week after Christmas, or the week of Thanksgiving, the Monday green, the Tuesday green, little bit red there on the Wednesday, fractionally a dead day. Everything was dead back then. Very, very slow. On the Friday, again, same thing. Absolutely nothing, nothing burger, doing nothing. This is back here in 2019. Going back to, sorry, that was 2020. Going back, that's the COVID lows right there. This here is going back to 2019. 2019, here it is right here, November 29th. Is that right? Yeah, November 29th, 25, 26, 27. 29th, again, everything was dead there. Completely different market, not the same kind of market that we have right now. So I apologize. I'm actually wasting your time going over this stuff. Uh, SPX, this is what I want to show you here. Here's our These are our August highs, 43, 25, 28. This is where I've had us projected for, is heading up to that 40.64, 41.18, 41.55. That's what I'm looking for us to be heading towards as we're heading into December. You remember this going back. We started this back in September when we were talking about heading up towards this way as we go into Thanksgiving and Christmas. Well, I'm going to bring you on here, right? This is the Dow during the exact same period. The Dow is already up at the August highs, where the SPX would be 43.25, 300 points higher than where we are. And the reason why we're having that problem is you look over here on the NASDAQ. This is the NQ, the NASDAQ futures. Here is your August high, 13,740. We're down here at 11,750, fighting for our lives. The NASDAQ is why I say in the chat, the NASDAQ is the problem. The Russell is a supporting character. It's not that implicative of what takes place on the S&P 500. But same thing. A lot better than the NASDAQ, but just not really pulling that weight like the Dow. The Dow is the one that's pulling all of that weight. And when you go over and look at the Dow and you look at the top component on the Dow, no, I'm sorry, not the top component because it's weighted by price. It's not like it used to be with Apple prior to the split, which used to be up there on the top. You look here at Apple and the NASDAQ, you can see the exact same chart. So again, the problem continues to be the NASDAQ. And the reason why I'm saying this and stressing it, and I'll point it out again Friday, I'll point it out again on the weekend. When you move the S&P, it tends to typically be from a rotation. Thus, when they sell out the Dow and shift it into the NASDAQ, boom. My apologies, had to sneeze there. So again, the potential is so much better in the NASDAQ than it is just trading anything flat. And here's the NASDAQ, right? Here we are looking at the QQQ. We had that run last week, 294.56. And here we are just dead flat, putting in lower highs constantly. Take out this day here on Monday? Lower highs, fighting this 286 still. So again, major problem here with the NASDAQ. Here's the VIX. And here is what I was discussing over here, how we've come down to this gap, which is from August, and we're just making contact with that 2102 almost. Very worrisome about being in a very long position looking at it. And here's that 2102 as it's progressed during the course of, let's just look at this year. 2102 has always been that bear break down below 2102, and then we wind up getting a sell-off. We're not down here below 2102 yet, but we are heading that way as we start heading into December. Thus, I am still looking for us to be continuing to go to the upside, just very slowly. And again, here's you are on SPY. SPY, since last week, since the 10th, CPI, boom, we've gone nowhere. We've just been trading in this range, and dull markets are bullish markets. So again, even though I would expect a dip, I would expect it to see that we're hesitant on powerfully moving to the upside, I would not be shopping for puts. I just simply would not be shopping for puts. I would instead be waiting patiently for those opportunities to get a dip and to get into calls, because with a cheap VIX down here in the 21s, prices get even better. So have a fantastic Wednesday. Enjoy your holidays. Eat as much food as you possibly can. And I will see all of you in the chat room. I'll be here today. I'll be here for a couple of hours. And then I'll see you again on Friday.